Lila Thomas, and recently won a race, a swimming race, by more than 38 seconds. If you know anything about swimming, 38 seconds is like the normal equivalent of like 4 days, because that's just like, there are no 38-second differences between top competitors in a swim meet. But Thomas says he should be allowed to compete in any category because he doesn't have an unfair advantage.
I think the guidelines they set forward are very good and do a very good job.
That's a dude, man.
Promoting inclusivity.
That's a dude. Are you kidding me?
Competitional integrity going. Everybody is.
Where's the integrity at all in this?
Compete in the category they're most comfortable with, unless there's a proven unfair advantage that they have.
Oh, he's 38 seconds ahead. What a moron.
Not attacking the kid, obviously, but what about everybody else?
Exactly.
We're not supposed to pretend that that's true. It's like pretending that Omicron, which doesn't actually kill people, is somehow a terrifying threat to our civilization. It's like a lie. It's insane.
Exactly.
If you have to go along with it, you're degraded because you're complicit in the disease.
And you're racist.
One person who's brave enough to point this out was the editor-in-chief of Swimming World magazine, who compared Thomas's advantage to doping. And that seemed like a big change, like an adult in the room. Clay Travis has always been an adult in the room. He's the founder of Outkick. He joins us today. Clay, thanks so much for coming on. So the editor of a swimming magazine pointing out what's clear to every rational person seems like an advance to me.
Look, Tucker, you're exactly right about this. First, thanks for having me on. Second, this is absolute insanity.
Exactly.
Right? You have got a biological man who didn't just decide to become a female swimmer. He was good enough to be on the University of Pennsylvania men's team. And then he sits out for a year, decides to identify as a woman, and shows up and dominates
That's fucking
all of
unbelievable.
swimming. We're talking about this guy potentially breaking every college women's swimming record that has ever existed.
They should not stand. They should be all taken off.
As a swimmer or really competed in women's athletics at all, who gets up early in the morning.
This is spit in all our women's faces.
Into their pursuit of swimming. Every feminist, every Title IX advocate should be standing up and screaming for the heavens.
Absolutely.
This is unacceptable.
Absolutely.
Men are bigger, stronger, and faster biologically.
Duh.
This is totally absurd. But what you get, Tucker, and you know this, is when two left-wing ideologies, identity politics collide. You got feminist and Title IX supporters on one side who support women's athletics, and then you've got the trans agenda on the other side. You have to pick a side, and what often happens in these stories, look at people who cover sports media, they just pretend it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
You know this.
It's fucking bullshit.
They cover every single conflict of sports and politics. They haven't written a single story.
No.
About this, Tucker.
They're ruining women's sports. They're destroying it.
Doesn't go to the White House to visit Trump. It's the lead story on ESPN for 5 years. A biological man threatens to become the greatest women's swimmer of all time.
This is...
And they don't even cover it. They pretend it doesn't exist.
Well, maybe that's why they're... I mean, ESPN used to be so impressive. It was famous in the TV business for having the smartest producers. Impressive people went to ESPN. And then their numbers tanked because they became liars. Like, they're just liars. So who would watch that?
Well, not only that, Tucker, it's the very foundation and essence of sports. That's why we watch, to see the best man or the best woman win.
Right.
We have, look, and by the way, we don't even have to talk about the transgender agenda. You've got kids, I've got kids. We don't let 10-year-olds compete against 18-year-olds in Little League baseball, right? We don't let flyweight boxers who weigh 120 pounds go fight heavyweight boxers like Mike Tyson back in the day, because we know that's not a fair fight. We have all sorts of regulations.
Right.
Big high schools don't play little high schools.
Exactly.
And yet we've got somehow a man deciding to become a woman, and he's going to be the greatest women's swimmer of all time. I mean,
that's just total bullshit.
You'll appreciate it. What if LeBron James, at the end of his NBA career, decided he didn't want to quit playing basketball?
They go to the
WNBA. A WNBA star and be the best men's and women's basketball player of all time because he's not going to catch Jordan.
Absolutely.
Are we going to allow that? He could be the best women's basketball player until he's 65, probably.
But they let this happen.
It's ludicrous. It's insane.
Total
This
insanity.
is where far left-wing politics
Nut jobs.
lead us, Tucker.
It's total nut job.
I kind of hope